Service shot and killed an armed man, 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin of North Carolina, after he breached the perimeter of President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate Sunday.
We have not heard any reaction from President Trump about the killing of this 21-year-old Austin Martin after breaching the compound at Mar-a-Lago. Now, one person we did hear from is President Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, who took to X to post the following, quote, "In the middle of the night, while most Americans were asleep, the United States Secret Service acted quickly and decisively to neutralize a crazy person armed with a gun and a gas canister who intruded President Trump's home. Federal law enforcement are working 24/7 to keep our country safe and protect all Americans. It's shameful and reckless that Democrats have chosen to shut down their department."
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting. Europe reacting to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that struck down some of President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs. On Sunday, the European Commission demanded that the U.S. adhere to their existing trade deal, warning they will not accept any increase in tariffs following the High Court's decision. Alaska experienced a magnitude 6.3 earthquake on Sunday night. America's listening to Fox News.
History isn't just in textbooks. It's the story of us, the United States. 2026 marks 250 years of America. And throughout the year, Bill Hemmer takes listeners on a journey through the 250 most impactful moments in American history. From the spark of revolution to the battles for freedom, the ideas, inventions, and decisions that changed the world. The 250 most impactful moments in American history podcast. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
Hi, everyone. It's Candace Cameron Bure.
Hey, everyone. It's Phil Sims.
It's Dolores Catania.
Hey, everyone. I'm Kix Brooks.
It's Candace Bushnell.
I'm Rob Paulson.
I'm Ryan Serhant.
Hey, everyone. I'm Nicole Palizzi.
Hey, everybody's Kevin Nealon.
What's up, guys? It's Nia Sue, and it's time to take the quiz.
5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox.
Mexican forces killed the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of Mexico's most powerful. Here's Fox's Marianne Rafferty.
Mexico is on high alert after its army killed the leader of one of the world's most powerful drug cartels. The man known as El Mencho died after being captured in a military raid in western Mexico. Officials say cartel members set fire to vehicles and buildings while trying to stop the operation. The U.S. Embassy in Mexico is urging all Americans in affected areas to shelter in place, and some airports, including Puerto Vallarta, are closed.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirming in a post on X Sunday night that the U.S. government offered intel for that operation. The United States and Iran will hold their next round of nuclear talks Thursday in Geneva. The Trump administration has been pressuring Iran to agree to a nuclear weapons deal. Pennsylvania Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro demands that the administration give the American people a clear explanation of plans if they were to strike.
You will find no sympathy from me when it comes to the Iranians. But what I want to see from our commander-in-chief is clear purpose, clear intentions, clear directives, and I think he owes the American people that answer before engaging in military action.
That sound courtesy of ABC's This Week. President Trump has said that he has given the Iranians a 10 to 15-day window to come to an agreement. A Hong Kong appeals court dismissed the appeals of all 12 pro-democracy activists in the biggest case brought under a Beijing-imposed national security law. The move upholding their convictions and prison sentences. Beijing accused the pro-democracy activists of conspiracy to commit subversion related to an unofficial 2020 primary election. China accusing them of attempting to topple Hong Kong's constitutional order. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been reelected to the top post of the ruling Workers' Party. Delegates crediting him with bolstering North Korea's nuclear arsenal. I'm Deborah Valentine. This is Fox News.
Boss 104, The Point, Star 101, and Lotte Hotel Guam present the 2026 Island Wedding Expo. Mark the date, Sunday, June 14th. Join us as we showcase an abundance of elegant choices for your special day. Table spaces are now available, but hurry, they're filling up. If you're a business that caters to all things weddings, from coordinators, florists, cakes, photographers, and more, call 888-7346 and connect with Doris, Shanzi, Daryl, or Michelle. For more information about the 2026 Island Wedding Expo, call 888-RDIO.
Are you or someone you love struggling with mental health or substance use and facing legal trouble?
The Mental Health Court offers a second chance. Through treatment, support, and accountability, you can turn your life around. If you're ready to take that step, we are here to help you succeed. To learn more, visit guamcourts.gov. Mental Health Court. Hope, healing, a fresh start. This project was supported by grant number 15PBJA22GG03040MENT, awarded by the Bureau of Justice Assistance, a component of the Department of Justice's Office of Justice Programs. Points of view or opinions in the project are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official position or policies of the U.S. Department of Justice.
Kim Anderson from Security Title here, sharing an important tip about how you own your property. Do you know that there are several ways to hold title? You can be a sole owner, hold title as community property with your spouse, as joint tenants with rights of survivorship as tenants in common, or even through a trust or LLC. Each option impacts inheritance, control, and how your property can be transferred in the future. Your family attorney can help you determine what's best to avoid legal issues and protect your investment. And when you're ready to record, call the professionals at Security Title. We are here to help.
With decades experience in Guam and the region, Take Care members have access to the largest offering of free fitness classes and health education programs. Membership also includes the high-quality credentialed network of on- and off-island healthcare providers and the one-stop FHB Health Center and urgent care. Ask for Take Care. Call 671-647-3526. Go to takecareasia.com for more information. Take Care. Our island, your health plan.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
1,800 hours in 7 minutes. It's time for Veterans with Benefits with your host, Anthony Tyron, Karina Ballista, and Ray Shinahara.
Yay, welcome back, Anthony Tyron. You know, he accidentally called me Anthony one time, and Ray and I were like, no. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We always want to say thank you to our sponsors, Ambrose Inc., American Legion Post 1. Visit them every second Saturday for steak day. So delicious. I was just telling, the HMI team, we got to go back there again. We get so busy, but we need to take time to support the American Legion.
That's right.
Hepzibah Family Medical Clinic, 11Z's, right behind the radio station, offering 11% discount to active duty and military. I always enjoy their raspberry iced tea. What was your favorite drink over there?
Black coffee.
Black.
Is that like Air Force coffee?
Just dirty black coffee.
Yeah, you guys are talking about the Air Force on the way in over here. And then Domino's.
Hey, Dane. I haven't said your name in a long time. We need to get with you.
Yes. And JTC Services, veteran owned. The most services with Rob Jackson, also veteran owned. Master Blasters for all your blasting needs, and the veteran nonprofit organization that we're a part of, HMI. And the new one, Guam Junk Haulers, also veteran owned. Call them 671-788-JUNK. Send them a picture of your junk. That's their most.
Wait a second.
That's their most recent Instagram.
White goods.
Tag.
White goods,
yes,
right?
Yes. You should watch their Instagram. It's quite hilarious. It's always send me a picture of your, Okay. We're not going to touch on tip of the week because we have a lot to talk about. But did you want to say hello, Anthony?
Yes, I usually say hello to Knox, Aaliyah, and to my mom.
All right. You're listening to Veterans with Benefits on 93.3. You can call in at 671-888-TALK. So this past week, we were busy.
Super.
We attended the Vietnam Veterans of America proclamation signing at Adaloop. Thank you for the invitation. The GOVA director sent that out to us to invite us there. We met a lot of other veterans, took a lot of pictures, said hello. It was the Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio was the acting governor, and then Frank Bloss Jr. was the acting lieutenant governor. And I think I sent some pictures. And then the next thing that we did was the 4th annual Joint Region Quality of Life Expo. There were thousands of people there. This one was at Leo Palace.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having to go to my car to get something, coming back and could not get through because it was at the ballroom area and the crowd just kept coming out. And I think they were heading to a performance because it was broken up in the different areas Leo Palace has. There was not a rock crawl, but there was like a fitness area. There was a kids area. There was a mini concert. There was everything. It was huge. And, you know, speaking to Desiree from Joint Region, she said, we want number 5 to be even better. And then they thanked the nonprofit organization HMI because we've been attending their Quality of Life Expo since they started. And it's only getting bigger and bigger. We had, I think we're showing the pictures there. We had a lot of veterans come and join and come see us at the table. We spoke to a lot of veterans, you know, active duty. They think they're not veterans. But the Guard and Reserve, we ran into a few and we said, yes, you're a veteran. You need to file your claim. And, you know, that's something that we push, right? We push that a lot of Guard and Reserve don't know they can file their claim even when they're in. So the new thing that they did was bingo. So you had to go visit all the booths and you had to, you know, go talk to us. And so that's what we did. We talked to them. We gave them gun locks.
Oh, wow.
We gave them gun locks and we, you know, and some of the kids were like, oh, what is this? And so we had the mat. And so Arnold was showing them, you know, this is what the gun lock is for. And I think he told one of the kids to lock his brother up in the closet and the mom said, don't start. But we had a good time. It's a really great event to showcase the island because this is geared towards active duty Guard and Reserve members that are visiting the island because, you know, even though we have visitors to the island, they can't see everything. They don't know where we're located, right? So there were a lot of vendors there. There were a lot of hotels there. There were restaurants there. There were skydiving was there. Ben Servino was right next to us. He was sitting right next to us. And then on the other side of us, we had, I'm not sure the name, they had to move because there was no electrical next to us, but they were, I think it's Guam Training Center, where it's like rapid training if someone wanted to be like a phlebotomist or a CNA. They were right next to us. And across from us, we had GAIN. So if you want to join this, you can reach out to Joint Region Marianas. It will be next year. And this is our 4th year doing this. I think the first year was at Weston. Second one was at UOG. Third one was at UOG. And the 4th one here is at Leo Palace. It was a great location because parking was not an issue. And we got bussed around. So if we parked far, they came and picked us up.
Wow.
And that was a QR code to scan on the floor to see where all of the activities were happening that day. It was a really great event. Kudos to Joint Region.
And there's a lot of, believe it or not, there's quite a few veterans who are spouses.
Yes.
So, you know, when they come here, right, they come here on active duty. Sometimes they're both, used to be both active duty and then maybe mom or dad is no longer active duty. Now they're a veteran. But a lot of times they don't look into, hey, maybe I can go get veteran services or apply for my benefits.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's something that, you know, when we first started going on that quality of life, that was something we were hoping to see. And believe it or not, there were quite a few people that came through. And it was, you know, you'd think, right, well, this is all for active duty or majority active duty, but us being there, I think they like it. And then those that are about to get out, right, they're able to say, hey, what do I need to know about, you know, getting ready to become a veteran?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Pretty good stuff there.
I want to read some of the comments.
Oh, there's comments.
There's a lot of comments. I don't know if I should save it for the break, but I'll just read it now. Frank and Chris Tidegui, half a day veteran Anthony Wayne Tyron. Great to see you, boss.
Who are those people?
you have a lot to answer to. Frank and Chris Tidegui, buenas and half a day, Miss Karina and Mr. Raymond. We thank you for having our distinguished guest speaker this evening.
Hello, everyone.
Ken Paulino.
Oh.
Good evening. Let's go, veteran warfighters. Brennan Fausto. Chuck Hazard. Who's that guy in the hat?
Chuck who?
Chuck Hazard.
No, he's dangerous.
Right? And then Frank and Chris Tidegui again. Good evening, Mr. Tyron. Bill Salisbury, great to have Anthony back. Biba HMI, I hope Ray continues the mission. Semper Fidelis Marine. Ken Polino, good evening, HMI. Steve Amaguin, good evening, Guam. Welcome back, Tony.
What's up, Steve?
He made it to our Guam Task Force meeting last week.
Oh, Steve's awesome. I really I like Steve. You know, he went and testified, I think, on the tomorrow only
I
vote.
saw that. Yes, I saw that.
And that was interesting, right? Because, you know, he's able to put out good information. When we first invited him over to the task force, right? I was like, I don't know really what Steve is about, right? I mean, I know him, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to issues, but man, I have to tell you, that guy pumps out information that it's not about, hey, I'm just your friend, or hey, I'm Army, or hey, I'm Air Force or Air Guard, and this is what we're going to do together. It's like, what are the real issues? And
Right.
and I really like seeing that, and you know, him being a veteran.
And he can cite Guam Code annotated off the top of his head.
He does.
He is well
He
versed.
does. He says Guam Code annotated, and he does the and the dot even.
You should have seen, you know, when the VA, the big VA came into Guam. He testified there as well. Man, was that over at Hyatt, I think? Yeah, so he came out and he testified. So, and he's a Marine too. You know,
the cop, right?
Yes,
I saw
yes.
him on the YouTube.
Yeah, so he's a big supporter of all the stuff we do. So yeah, Steve's awesome, and I think he's got you know, a good grasp of a lot of things, and he's been around politics, and then he's also been, you know, around the local side and things like that. So very, very good to, you know, get him on.
We have one more comment.
One
Tammy Castro. We missed you, Tony.
Oh.
Thanks,
Hello.
Tammy.
Yes.
Thanks, Tammy.
That's United?
Yes.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness. Yes.
Yes, United.
Yeah, United
So-
for Veterans, they got a good program over there.
Oh, my gosh,
I
they
know
do.
they're pushing that out, right?
Yes.
I think I ran into United veterans spouse, and they were talking about that, and there's a lot of veterans over there at United, so we really got to take care of them.
We need, I know Tammy and I are planning another mini benefits boot camp there, so we need to get that done because there's different
awesome.
shifts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we have a lot to talk about. You know, that controversy, the
yeah.
2 day, the McClellan versus, was it Ingram? But the hey, don't take your medicine, rate you at your medicine. And now I'm getting phone calls from veterans. I'm just gonna stop taking my medicine. Don't stop taking your medicine.
Yeah.
And you know, when you get in there and you get rated, right? You go to your CMP exam. It's your worst day. So and it's not over because I mean it might. Yes, it was a policy and it's posted out there, but I don't think it's over. Not for nonprofits like us because we still get the phone calls and we still have to explain it.
Yeah. And it was all over the internet, really bad. It just saturated all of my feeds with like just guys coming out of nowhere that usually don't talk about veteran benefits, talking about this particular policy change. And, you know, it created a lot of traction within 48 hours.
Yes.
That it got all the way up to the top where they had to pause the execution of it.
Right.
Which I thought was really interesting. But like when things like that come up, we need to speak up and we need to use the pathways to get it done, like our congressman.
Yeah.
You know, and he did put out a pretty good response towards it. But
Yeah,
definitely big news.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we've been pushing since we've come to existence, right? Is go file your claims because you never know what the VA might be trying to do or what laws may come down the road. So the sooner you get your benefit, because I think the way they were talking, it didn't affect those who already had their ratings, right? Now, when they first started talking about this, one of the biggest things they were going after was if you had like hypertension, right? And you were on medication, they rated you 0 regardless of how high it was, right? And you know, veterans forget to take their medication, right? So you mean to tell me if they forgot to take it and their blood pressure is high, they no longer suffer that disability, right? I don't think that's the case. The other thing is 38 CFR covers what they're supposed to be rating. So my real question is, how is it that we're able to take something and just say, oh, yeah, no, we're doing this, but we don't care what the 38 CFR says.
Yeah.
And the 38 CFR is is there, and I want to say, well, Jose should be good at this, or maybe Steve Amagwin, codified in law, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't want to cite it. I might get in trouble, right? We'll leave that for the experts. But yeah, so if it is actually in the 38 CFR, why aren't we referencing that and using that as what we need to defend? Hey, and that's what we've been talking about in the past. So if they're doing that, maybe there's something else going on there. You know what I mean? That why are they trying to save money?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the big deal? Because at the end of the day, if a veteran has an issue, they got to go to Congress and ask for that money to take care of that veteran. And this is all the more reason why all our veterans got to just file all their claims. You know why? Because someday they may run into this same problem again in the future, and we don't want that. And the less we get them to see and understand what's really happening to our veterans, that's where we start running into the challenges. So veterans have to be proactive. They got to get out there. They got to do all these things. So, you know, all the more reason they got to do it. But that's my thoughts on it. It's a lot.
So, you know, when this came out, we spoke about this last week, Monday, right?
Yeah.
And I told Ray, I sent it to him, you know, we're in a radio prep, right? Like, we need to talk about this because this is new and this will cause some, you know, some wrinkles and ruffles, right? So, yes, the memo was out there. Yes, the policy was posted, but it was the VA secretary's response to a case from the Board of Veteran Appeals that we knew nothing about. So the memo that he wrote was to protect the veterans. But of course, all the groups were up in arms saying, don't take away our benefits. We all take medicine. And like you said, hypertension is one of the biggest. You'll see it in the VA rating letters. You're getting rated at 0 because you're already taking medicine to control your blood pressure. And when you go in there, if your BP is not 120 over 80 high, right over those numbers, then you'll get rated at 0. 0% still a percentage. But when he sent the memo out, it was to protect us, but it was too late. People were already mad. So it was to say, hey, like you mentioned earlier, it was to only affect those that have not filed their claims yet, right? Hey, examiner, this is how you're going to rate the veteran on the rating scale. Are they taking medicine? So he pushed back. He said, no, we're not going to go off theoretical because not a lot of veterans take their medicine. A lot of veterans, you know, have memory issues. They need help, help being reminded to take their medicine. And sometimes the medicine on Guam doesn't come here on time. It just doesn't get here. So what does the veteran do? They just stop taking the meds. Well, it's not here. I guess I don't have to take it. So, I mean, yes, I'm glad that it's rescinded, but it's still, I think the damage is done.
Yeah.
The damage is done. I think the veterans are just upset now. And some of them probably don't want to file their claims. I got a message from a veteran that said, yeah, I don't think that I'm going to pursue my claim anymore. And I said, why? He goes, because of the memo. And I said, but did you read? Are you keeping up with what's going on? Because yes, the memo was sent, but then 2 days later, sorry, we're not taking any action on it.
I think that's really cool, especially like when this came out, like the controversy spread like wildfire.
Yes.
Like veterans that weren't utilizing their benefits or veterans that didn't really care about reading their letters and everything, like they got a little curious, like, okay, what do I need to know now? What is happening in the system? They're going to take my money away from me, right? And then some people on the other side was like, oh man, I guess I don't rate that anymore, or maybe I should stop, like you were talking about. And I think this is a great opportunity to like get out there and get after it. Like, hey, if you're a veteran, you might as well start filing if you haven't filed yet.
And this is all the more reason for them to be more informed.
Absolutely.
Which you know, HMI's Boot Camp 50, and I called Bill Salisbury, one of the founders of HMI. Hey, we got to make this a big one, right? Because it's Boot Camp 50, and Bill's presentation about the intro to filing is amazing. He covers the 38 CFR, the M21-1. He covers VA math. He talks about his personal journey, right? And you know why they started HMI. So, yeah, veterans, get out there and file.
Can there be a little bit of clarification though in the language of that? Is it a pause? Is it a removal? Is rescinded? Is there still a possibility that they could, because it's still under review, right?
April, it's a 60-day comment period in April, which is why it was published.
So yeah, technically it's on a pause.
Yes.
Okay, so stay tuned here because whatever updates happen, You guys are going to be the first to tell everybody.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully
With
people.
either the good news or
No
the bad
pressure.
news.
Right,
No pressure.
right. But you know, the most important message I think that comes out of it is to file your VA, your benefits, file for it.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to.
Right,
Don't be afraid to.
and when you really think about it, right, any number of things will change, right? So, you know, when VSOs go through training, right, I think they guide them on if it's not in their records, don't file it for them. That's kind of what the VSOs are being told, right? That's how they go through training. At least those are the ones that I've been briefed with. If it's not in their record, you cannot file it. And that is, man, when you think about that, you even come from a time where you don't get to go to sick call.
Yeah.
And even if you went to sick call, if your records were burned in that fire, how are you going to have that? How do the VSOs rationalize that? And one more thing about VSOs, right? And we've been talking about this for a while, right? We want to push VSOs out here on Guam, and then that's good and great. But I think we're behind in understanding that, you know, VSOs are getting sued these days. So they are not necessarily doing that well. And if you look at the track record, right, while they are, you know, able to do some things, they also have huge challenges, right? I mean, they're not all just doing great. You know, you can pitch being a VSO all you want. Nationally, the VFW is no longer trying to do, hey, let me go find VSOs. They're not doing that. American Legion is not doing that. They're trying to say, look, we do not want to get involved in lawsuits. So VFW, they have some VSOs. That program's not being pushed anymore. So here on Guam, why are we going after that when VFW is not even doing that? You know, it's a really tough battle. And maybe one thing I want to kind of touch on, right, is, you know, the Congress, when you become a congressperson, woman, man, if you serve 2 terms, maybe even 1 term, you know, you get all the benefits and you get medical. Have you ever heard a congressman or congresswoman say, oh my goodness, I have to go to a CMP exam. They need to check my back or my neck. You ever hear them say any of that?
No.
You know why? Because they got a good program. And they'll tell you they don't, but go ask them. Go find out from any of these people in Congress, hey, how's your medical, right?
Yeah.
Their medical is awesome. They don't talk about it. Why? Because they get all the benefits that they need. So why is it that when it comes time to give the benefits to the veterans, right, we really have a hard time. But when their benefits are lined up, oh, yeah, no problem.
After 2 years of service.
After 2 years of service, right? A guy like you should be very upset. I mean, how many of them got banged up?
Oh, and I guess it's our cue for a break. We always talk about how we don't have any time. You're listening to Veterans with Benefits on 93.3. We'll be right back.
Who knew buying gas could help with your grocery bills? At 76 Circle K, when you fuel more, you can win groceries. Every 7 gallons of fuel earns you an automatic entry to win up to $3,500 in groceries every week at Payless. Fuel up and you're in. For My Rewards members, entries are tracked automatically. Not a member yet? Join My Rewards free. Fuel more, win groceries. Only at 76 Circle K Guam. No purchase necessary. Ends April 12th. See rules for details.
Guam Regional Medical City proudly welcomes endocrinologist Dr. Joel Mark Rubio. Now seeing patients, Dr. Rubio provides specialized care for diabetes, thyroid conditions, hormone disorders, bone and weight concerns, and metabolic care in pregnancy, helping patients manage their health at every stage of life. As GRMC, we're growing our specialty service to make expert care more accessible for our island. Ask your doctor for a referral to GRMC Endocrinology. Call 633-GRMC or visit grmc.gu to learn more. GRMC, expanding expert care close to home.
Is that our new intro? I like that.
No, something's lost.
Oh, okay.
Carry
because,
on.
Because I was like, is this our intro? I don't know what this is. This is our
nice.
coming back from the break. I was over here dancing because I was like, wait, what is this? Thank you for being our most awesome producer, Jose over there. If we don't tell you thank you enough, thank you.
Yeah.
We
It's my pleasure.
Before we left for break, we were talking about that don't take your medicine because of rating, all that stuff. But there was another one that was sent to us about Congressman Moylan. It co-sponsored this bill. Do you have the actual name of it? I don't know if I did.
Reintroduce the Valor Act, a bipartisan bill that would refund VA home loan and funding fees to veterans who would later receive service-connected disability ratings. The Valor Act. I think it was called the... forgot what it stood for.
Well, that's important. Anthony, what were you saying earlier about it?
Oh, just the back date, for when you get, when they finally say, hey, look, you were denied up until this point. However, when they backdate it to the time, right, what other benefits come with that at that point? Where that's similar to what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they had fees because they weren't whatever percentage, right, now that they are,
So it does make sense. It should just be, should be a given, right?
It automatically treats the fees as overpayments, requiring the VA to refund fees once the disability rating is approved.
And we only need 10%, I think, to qualify for VA home loan.
I believe so.
Yes.
Remember, we had the guy out of Bank Pacific, but he's no longer there.
Right.
Fernando. Yeah, he came out and was really big on wanting to push the VA home loan at Bank Pacific. And I think he had some things that he had to take care of, so he left Island. But it was somebody that was looking into that for us.
He was interesting because we did one show with him, and he's like, "Oh, can we do this every week?" We're like, "We do this every week, but I don't know if we can talk about VA home loans every week."
He came to was it the summit or was it the symposium?
No, I think it was the symposium where he presented.
He stood up and he said he could stay up there all day. Just ask him any question.
Well, because he used to work for the VA as well.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Was there something else that we wanted to talk about over there, Ray? We have like a whole list.
I did, but it was just extra stuff in case we wanted to deep dive on it even more. I think that last one was pretty awesome. I think a lot of veterans are still renting when they could be buying. Especially if you're from Guam, buy a piece of the island.
Yeah.
You have the means and the funds to do it, especially with the VA home loan. And just deep diving into a little bit more. Before I would have conversations with people like, I want to customize a house. I want to build a house. And people are always really reluctant to build your house here with the VA home loan. And it's not the VA home loan you should be applying for. It's the VA construction loan.
Yes.
And that's a new thing, right? Because before, like you said, you couldn't, the way they would let us do it is you could get a home loan to purchase an existing home, but you don't get to construct one. So now we're allowed to do that.
Yeah, now we can.
Which is
just
a good
finding
thing.
the right institution to finance that. Yeah,
right.
I don't know if Bank Pacific did it. I think I asked, but I don't think it was being offered. I'm not sure.
I think
because there was a lot of risk. I think he said.
Yeah, but now they're allowed to do it through the VA.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a new thing with the VA allowing veterans to now do it for, like you said, construction rather than existing home.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest parts for that construction part is with all these construction companies that are around, they're going to have the same problem as the Valor Act, all of the overcharges and everything like that. And it may not be on the final bill that the VA actually gets. And that may have to be, filled in on the back end of everything.
Right. Well,
houses aren't like houses back in the States. We should be having concrete houses, typhoon safe. But
and we got a call. Sorry.
Yeah.
We got a call. Oh, sorry. I'm not checking my messages, Jose. Sorry.
Are we ready to go?
Go for it.
Hello.
Hello. Oops. Hello.
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yeah, who's that new guy in the hat?
Oh, Ray Shinohara?
He's not wearing a hat.
No, I'm talking about you, bro. Hey, this is Chuck Hazard. How you doing?
I could tell by your voice. Good. It's good to hear your voice.
So.
How you
Got
doing?
That Jersey accent rocking. Yeah, I'm out grilling some kalbi.
Oh,
nice.
Just something I wanted to add to the topic. So I was on different chats and this and that, X and Instagram and all that. And what was interesting is some of these hua vets and some non-vets are like, I know so-and-so veteran, and he's milking it. He isn't really disabled, and he's bragging how much he's maxing out. I know somebody who only got hurt in basic training. They didn't go to war. They don't deserve benefits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my advice is to veterans is, shut up. Don't be out bragging saying, look at me, man. I can walk and I got 10% for not walking. Then shut up. You're going to jinx yourself. And I don't mean like lose benefits, but you're going to you're going to stop walking. You don't bring power to it. But yeah, people got to be careful because they want to brag that they're doing something cool. When we know that the CMP is pretty tight. I got lots of zeros. You know what I mean? I even lost some percentage because I told the truth. So, and most veterans do that. So we just got to be careful. I don't want to burn my Calbee, but I just thought I'd add that to the conversation.
Oh, all right. Hey, good to hear from you.
You too. Good
Thanks,
to see you.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. So with what he's talking about, right? So here's the thing, right? There are rules, right? And the VA knows what these rules are. Now, one of the things is this, right? Whoever these folks are that are, saying whatever they're saying, right? If they're upset that somebody's getting something and they're not, right? Here's the thing. The VA is like Oprah, right? You get a car, everybody gets a car. What that means is your pot of gold is yours. Whatever you get, that's on you.
You just got to show up to the show.
That's right. And if you get it, that doesn't mean I get it. You know what I mean? Or if you don't get it, that doesn't mean we take your money or you take mine. Your pot of gold is yours. If every single veteran should be rated at 100%, right, Congress needs to find the money to pay every single one of these veterans at 100%. Yeah. So that's also another thing, right? Then when you look at these folks, right, there's this idea, right, that, oh, well, I don't really need that money. I don't need these things. And a lot of times that's the culture in the military.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Hey, if it ain't broken, drag it. You know what I mean? And deal with it. What's even worse about Guam is this. In years past, when the folks here on Guam, if you grew up here on Guam, one of the things they'll say, oh, what's hurting, boy? Oh, my knee, I fell down. Oh, that's far from the heart. Now, and you know what they'll do? They'll say, well, go get some that hot pepper over there and just rub it on there.
Yeah.
Right? And but we don't understand that the reason they were doing that is there's no services.
Yeah.
There hasn't been services on Guam. And for as many medical professionals that we have on this island, right, they continue to tell us that, nobody wants to come here. Yeah. There's a group of folks that are out here that are cornering this market. Now, guess what? A lot of those folks that have cornered the market are now getting older. But they're not telling the folks that, hey, we need to bring more doctors out here. We need to bring more medical professionals out here. And I think this is where we probably need to start paying attention to things like this, right? One of the things I was told, right, is, for Guam, what we should do is telehealth, telemedicine. It's the best thing because we're so far away. If we just stop for a second and think, all the services are stateside. If they get hurt at one place, they can drive an hour and get to help, sometimes even shorter distances, and get the help. They don't got to fly anywhere.
Yeah.
What if we took those people in the VA and brought those services to Guam? Right? And let the telemedicine work out there. Why is it better off working out there? Because the telemedicine is easier for them to do, number one, and number two, they can go to any other place that they need to go to. The services are readily available there. Let's take away the employment from those folks and bring it to places that need it. We have this weird thinking of, oh, well, they're in the United States. Let's even make it even more beautiful. Well, Guam is the United States. One of the things I talked about
And we're getting kiosk stands.
Yeah, exactly.
Like McDonald's.
But wouldn't it make sense? Bring those resources here. Dr. K over there at the medical arts, right? He wanted to come to Guam, and he's a veteran. So I asked him that question. I said, why'd you come here? I saw a picture, and I liked it, and I wanted to come to Guam. Yeah. And guess what he did? He picked up and came to Guam, and he's got a business here. Mm-hmm. So all these folks that are telling us nobody wants to come here, that's a big fat lie.
Yeah.
People want to come to Guam, and they want to do this. So, and if you're from New Jersey, the snow is piling up 2 to 3 feet from the nor'easter. So congratulations if that's where you want to be. Yeah. And that's where Chuck's from, by the way.
I was going to say, are you talking about Chuck?
But guess where Chuck is today?
Guam.
Grilling some kalbi.
Doing some,
barbecuing some kalbi.
So, well, you know, with Chuck's comment that he made with, you know, sometimes he hears veterans talking about like, oh, what did you do, this and that. You know, I think about it like this, especially working with you guys. Like, you know, a lot of us from the eras that we were in all went to Iraq or Afghanistan or supported the thing. And sometimes, you know, some people were either before or after that whole event. And, you know, me being an infantry guy, deploying like 8 times, like, you know, I should be the most pissed off person that I'm not at 100. Yes. But at the end of the day, like, if you were the butcher, the baker, or the candlestick maker, everybody supported the mission. And if you got hurt on the job, you rate the benefits associated to those injuries sustained because of your service. So anybody that's out there that has entitlement issues, let it go. We're all out. We all serve the country. Like, thank you for your service, but let's get these guys taken care of.
There was a definitive study that came out about 10 years ago, maybe a little less than 10 years ago, that pointed out that ALS is prevalent through the military of retirees and veterans, regardless of where they serve, regardless if they served in the theater or not. Just probably the basic training event was enough. So I know sometimes there's leverage on. There used to be leverage, like who served where and the conditions, but you're right. You're correct. Everybody who signed and volunteered and it ought to be treated with the same respect and the same kind of benefits.
And those are the kind of conversations I hear a lot with veterans, whether it's here or abroad or, you know, stateside when I go visit. Like, you know, everybody's entitled because they feel like they've done the most. Like, everybody is served, and it doesn't matter if you did the most or you did the bare minimum sometimes. But, like, if you got hurt, why not get checked? Why not get served? Why not get the benefits that are associated with that? Like, thank you for your service. If you did 20 deployments and you're an E9 sergeant major or a colonel or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, we need to take care of our veterans, and that kind of entitlement pushes people away from getting checked, getting their health care, and staying alive.
So for those big mouths out there that are worried about, hey, why somebody's getting something, right? Go help that veteran. Yeah. Stop opening your mouth and making, you know, all these accusations and all that. Go find that veteran that needs the help and say, hey, man, you're healthy. You don't need anything else. And guess what? I'm going to be here to help you. What do you need? And if you can do that, right, as the big mouth, I won't bother you anymore. You should do what you want. You know what I mean? But don't just go out there and just start, this is no good, that's no good. Oh, get out of here. You know, let these veterans, there's a process. If they're able to file their claim and get it, then, hey, the VA knows what they're doing for the most part.
For the most part.
And that's why there's 38 CFR, M21-1. You go there, they ask you for what you need, you give it to them, and if you're entitled, they give it to you. So, and there is bad actors out there for a lot of cases. We see them, right? And it's interesting, right? If there are bad actors and the VA catches on to them, guess what? They're gonna have to pay that money back. So let them do whatever it is.
And, you know, speaking of that, like being bad actors, you know, especially with the first topic that we were talking about, like, let's go address the PTSD factor, like, especially with the latest, you know, thing that was happening. Like, people will stop taking their medication, especially if their quality of life is increased because of that medication. They'll stop taking it because they heard, if I take my medication, I'm going to lose all my money. Like, guys, don't stop taking your medication.
And by the way, even if you do take your medication, that's no guarantee that you're not going to get episodes that might trigger you or things may happen, you know?
Absolutely. And, you know, I met some providers, especially being in the mental health field. Like, believe it or not, I work in the mental health field. You know, I've heard some providers talk about PTSD is curable. Like some people may disagree with that, but like you have to learn how to live with it, like every single day of your life, because there'll be a moment where it comes back on, and then what happens? I'm not getting rated for that anymore because they took away my money.
Right.
But
Oh, and we're going on break.
Yep.
Always. We're always into something, and then we have to go on break. You're listening to Veterans with Benefits on 93.3. You can call into 671-888-TALK. We'll be right back.
Boss 104, The Point, Star 101, and Lotte Hotel Guam present the 2026 Island Wedding Expo. Mark the date, Sunday, June 14th. Join us as we showcase an abundance of elegant choices for your special day. Table spaces are now available, but hurry, they're filling up. If you're a business that caters to all things weddings, from coordinators, florists, cakes, photographers, and more, call 888-7346 and connect with Doris, Shanzi, Daryl, or Michelle. For more information about the 2026 Island Wedding Expo, call 888-RDIO.
Oh, there it is. There's our music. All right. Thanks, Jose. So I'm going to read some comments before we get the caller online. Steve Amagwin posted on our Facebook. He says, from Google, key banks and lenders for VA construction loans on Guam. Coast 360 offers it. Community First offers it. Bank Pacific offers residential construction loans. And then CMG Financial has a Guam branch that handles VA loans, including new construction opportunities, and Coast 360. Then we have Chuck Hazard saying he's in PD. Because we were wondering where you, because I think he was responding to where he's at, right? He's in PD. In PD, barbecuing some cowbee. Yummy. All right, you want to take the caller?
You ready?
Yes. Oh, Uncle Johnny. Hey, watching you guys. Oh, and then Chuck said, I'll take a cure for tinnitus any day. I think that's all of us, Chuck. The ringing.
Oh my gosh.
Just don't be answering the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Is this the Marine?
Hey, I kept tripping, and for some reason something was telling me that somebody was talking about me.
Oh, we had nothing but good things to say about you.
But I saw you pick up a packet, so I hope that you push for it.
Well,
when there's some new faces in the Guam, there's still people that has the intestinal fortitude.
Well,
issue for the people.
When we have good veterans around supporting, you got no choice but to do the right thing, because if you don't, they're gonna hold you to your word.
The difference begins with us, the voters, and also people that's initiative, who has the guts to come up there and
there you go.
work for the people of Guam, and not just for, remember when during the general election, they're elected by different political parties, not just the Democrats or Republicans. Yes. So they have supposed to have served the whole island of Guam, the whole people of Guam, not just as elected few. But I just want to chime in on what you guys are saying, that it's true that during the olden days, they used to tell us, suck it up. But before I retired from the Guam Air National Guard, they kept asking me to do a retirement ceremony. It said retirement ceremony, no matter what you look at it, it's an official ceremony in the military. I said, no, unofficial. So no, that's still unofficial. So they asked me to, I went there and then I spoke and reminded the Air Force guys about the core value, integrity first, right?
Yeah.
Service before self. I told them to reverse that. Mm-hmm. You take care of yourself, you'll be able to serve.
Yeah.
Integrity. I know things that you can do, something like that. But I told them that in order for us to serve, you have to take care of ourselves first. Because in the old days, they always tell us, suck it up. But I learned from my master sergeant that I deployed with in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. When I ran into a forklift in an effort to try to finish a revetment in one of the flight line, and my knees fall up. And you know what he told me? Steve, you need to go to the clinic. So, oh no, Mr. Sergeant, I'm good. I'm okay. he told me, Steve, you only have two choices. Go to the clinic or write you up.
Oh.
That opened my eyes. I said, like, you know what, this guy really cares about his personnel.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the mission's not going to go on with injured people, injured personnel. So I learned that when I went back, and I kept reminding the people from the Guard that, we have a form they call Air Force Form 978, that anything that happens, it's a supervisory ground mishap report, equivalent to our workers' compensation form in the civilian side. I said, have the thing documented and all that. You did the line of duty. It's a form of documentation. It will go in your records.
Awesome.
And a lot of them say, oh, you need a line of duty. I say, okay.
Yeah. And
not with me, but the form's there for, that's the responsibility of the supervisor. So it's a matter of taking care of our personnel. Same thing outside of Guam. If the elected officials take care of the people of Guam and don't care about what political party they belong to, as long as the people of Guam needs help, then they should do that effort to extend that help. Or how about with the solution? When I testified for that last hearing, a senator told us, we need your help to come up with a solution. I was looking at it and said, you know what, the Bill 242 is the solution to make sure the political status of Guam will move forward, because we cannot move forward if we're violating the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
It has been challenged, and no matter how you're going to do it, I reminded them that we cannot accomplish what we have by basing ourselves to emotions. We cannot make the decision by basing emotions. We have to take a look at what the court has stated and abide with the court ruling.
Yeah.
And this is the only way we can do it.
Yeah, and right, keep doing all these things that you're doing, right, Steve? We really appreciate that, and that's kind of what we were talking about. And
we're watching.
We like that, and we need to do that, and that keeps every one of us accountable. So
a lot of people are asking me to run, but I told them that after I testified that time, nobody's going to vote for me.
You should run, dude. You should run.
Yeah, you should. Anyway, but we got another caller on the line. We're gonna sneak them in, but
I want to thank you guys for what you guys are doing.
Thank you too.
The difference starts with the veterans. They have to do that effort to file that claim.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks,
thanks,
Steve.
Steve. We'll see you soon.
All right, guys,
We're
God
on,
bless
man.
you.
Okay. All right, take care. All right.
Next caller.
Hello.
Welcome back, Tony.
Oh. Who's this?
Rick. A non-service connected vet.
So you're a disconnected veteran.
But he's fighting for it. So
All right.
He's going to all his CMP exams.
Hey, by the way, let's just talk that this is not only a wealth program. You don't get rich on these VA benefits.
No.
It's the health program.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
That's the
It's
most
a
important.
wealth of health
Awesome. Yes.
resources. I'm going to go on a traveling vet status in the next days.
Yeah.
And guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to explore the health gold mine that's out there.
Yeah, and I'll share something real quick, and maybe the next episode we'll talk a little bit more about it. But just about what you're talking about, right? The VA hospital in Baltimore. My goodness, I'm going to tell you, all the folks that keep telling me, "Oh no, you're not going to get a hospital here." We want a hospital here. I'm telling you, the services, the way it was, and a bunch of veterans. I was just so happy going there and seeing all those veterans there taking advantage of the services that exist. And I was like, we need that on Guam.
Yes.
We need our own. It's unbelievable until you've gone there. This was my first time going to a VA hospital.
Really?
Yes. And when I went there and I sat there, I was just like, 6 stories, humongous. Imagine the jobs that are being created there, right? I mean, there's security there. They had free coffee.
Yeah.
Do we get free coffee up at the CBOC?
No, sir.
Wow.
We're told that you cannot be volunteers up at CBOC.
Wow.
And they kick us out.
Well,
I went to one in Texas. They were giving out popcorn to every veteran that walked in.
Oh my
And there was a
goodness.
person to greet you like right at the front, which was awesome. Definitely need one of them.
That a vet may need 2 months worth of treatment.
Yeah.
That's an expensive feat anywhere you go in at any hospital. But you walk out of there with a zero bill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, and
Thank you again for your very sharing of all this information to every vet.
Yes.
0% or not. You gotta get there. It's not about wealth, it's about health.
All right. Thank you. You
Thanks,
keep
Nick.
doing the good things. We'll see you soon.
And fly safe, man.
Yeah. Have fun.
Bye, Rick.
Okay.
Next caller.
I think they're all calling to talk to Anthony.
We got more things to do, I think. Our work here is not done, Ray.
So this VA hospital, was it the only one in your area? Or
Oh, no. They had C-Box within an hour away, and then I think there were even other ones close by, right? I mean, I think Virginia's not too far, right? It's even just seeing that one, I was like, you're kidding me. This thing is beautiful. And it was just really nice to see all the veterans there.
Yeah.
I was like, they're walking in there, they're talking to each other. I said, that is it right there, man.
Yeah.
It's like, and you know, they're from all walks of life, all different
eras,
injuries and eras. There were young guys standing in line there. So, you know, for that bad mouther, right? What do you want me to tell that young guy standing in line? Get out of there and get rid of your services. I don't even know what his problems are, right? But he's standing in line to get his medication, right? Are we supposed to say no? What about the guy in the wheelchair? What, he doesn't deserve it? I don't know that. That's not my job, right? And we just got to take care of ourselves. But I think you needed time for...
Time? Oh, well, I did want to say that veterans should not compare themselves to each other, because what just happened, right? We just came back from holiday. I know we're already into February, right? We're already into February, almost to March. And during the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, everyone was partying with each other, right? Going with family. So a lot of them were texting me, hey, my party said this, my mother said that. I said, stop.
No.
Go to va.gov and don't compare your journey, your VA journey, to someone that's already 100%. Did you ask them how hard it was, how long it took? And stay away from the claim sharks, guys. Claim shark is someone that says, we'll take care of your claim, but at the end, you're going to owe me thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Stay away from them. I do have some comments online because I just updated the Auntie Bobby. Nice to see you, Tony. You were missed.
Aw, thank you.
I think it was Auntie Bobby and Uncle Johnny's birthday, so you have to wish them both happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Belated. Yeah, you missed them.
Belated. Yes, sorry.
Auntie Bobby says, Steve, change your last name to Taitsuno and then pick up your packet. Good evening, ma'am. Name recognition. Marvin Crisostomo, half a day veteran.
Marvin? Who's
yes.
that? You
Marvin.
know that guy?
Yes.
Oh.
He's a
I
veteran.
think he has good hot sauce.
I think he's
Look
a jerk.
You guys,
Yo, check
be
it
nice
out.
to him.
Great
Speaking
guy.
of birthdays, it's my sister Gloria's birthday. Gloria, she lives in not the Big Island. What's the other island? Not the Big Island.
The
not-
little island?
No, what's
Oahu?
No, the other one.
Kauai?
Yes, Kauai. She lives there in Kauai. I have yet to go visit her, but I heard Kauai is nice. That's where she
Awesome.
lives.
Well, happy birthday. And is she a veteran?
No,
No.
she's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not.
That's okay.
Anything else we want to talk about before we get off, guys?
Go ahead.
So the
Ray.
show is.
This is your show, man.
We've
Go
got
ahead.
like 2 more minutes, or 1 minute actually, because
I had
the
a question.
Show always
Oh.
ends so fast.
Why does Tony get the big square?
The what?
For those,
Wait, aren't you in charge of that?
I have nothing. Tony made me do it.
That's because
Anthony.
when Ray is on the show, Ray Gibson, that's where he sits.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm sitting here. Because Ray Shinahara said it's authorized
Yeah,
and I
he's
can
good.
do it.
He's good.
Yeah,
He's good.
so-
He's
so
good.
we're good
Solid.
to go. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Ray said do it, so I'm here.
Very good.
You should have seen the chat groups. Like, who's the surprise guest today? Ta-da!
Yeah, awesome. We'll keep doing the good things, and I guess I can still say it, right? If you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem.
Yeah, if you need any help, just remember to ask.
And I say stay ready, stay informed, and as always, thank you for your service.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you
guys
next week.
See you next time.
The Point is KUSG. HMI Guam, 93.3 FM and 104.3 HD3. 4.3 HD3.
Another visit from Old Man Winter. I'm Daria Albinger, Fox News. That winter storm a few weeks ago apparently was just the warm-up for the Northeast. It's now in the grip of an historic blizzard. There are states of emergency in many places along the I-95 corridor. Fox Weather's Bob Van Dillen is in Manasquan, New Jersey.
This snowfall is going to start sticking to everything, and it's going to start bringing down some powered lines and maybe some limbs and trees because of the sheer weight of the snow it's going to be on it. And New Jersey Transit, they are going to stop train operations. There's no more commercial vehicles allowed on the Jersey highways. Snowfall rates, 2 to 3 inches of snow per hour, yeah.
Advice for people all up and down the eastern seaboard from Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey.
Our ask and plea, as always, is going to be to please stay off the roads.
FlightAware.com says the cancellation and delays continue to stack up. There are at least 20,000, we're told right now, and that number is expected to rise. It could take days to work through the backlog. Why was he there? That's one of the questions investigators have as they look into the fatal shooting of an armed man on the grounds of Mar-a-Lago. Secret Service has identified him as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin of North Carolina.
We have not heard any reaction from President Trump about the killing of this 21-year-old Austin Martin after breaching the compound at Mar-a-Lago. Now, one person we did hear from is President Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, who took to X to post the following, quote, "In the middle of the night, while most Americans were asleep, the United States Secret Service acted quickly and decisively to neutralize a crazy person armed with a gun and a gas canister who intruded President Trump's home. Federal law enforcement are working 24/7 to keep our country safe and protect all Americans. It's shameful and reckless that Democrats have chosen to shut down their department."
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in West Palm Beach, Florida. No word yet on Martin's motivation. America's listening to Fox News.
History isn't just in textbooks. It's the story of us, the United States. 2026 marks 250 years of America. And throughout the year, Bill